Then I got to talk about Bitcoin, because Bitcoin has just been on a tear. It crossed $16,000 for one Bitcoin. And right now, you had a lot of momentum. You had the PayPal thing that we talked about, where PayPal is allowing Bitcoin on their platform. It's in other videos we talked about. Stanley Druckenmiller, one of the most famous investors now, he's gone into Bitcoin. It's more than doubled this year. In the beginning of the year, it was 8,000 something. Now it reached 6,000, 16,000. So it more than doubled for the year. And then you have people like Bill Miller and Paul Tudor Jones. They also announced that they were investing in the cryptocurrency. So there's a lot of interest in this, a lot of big things happening. And it's getting pretty close. It's about $4,000 off of the 20,000 high. So that's pretty incredible that it went all the way down to 3,500 and has made its way back up to 16,000. Disney reported earnings, and we have some interesting information here. So in 1 year, they achieved 73.7 million subscribers with their Disney Plus platform. So this platform, they thought that, maybe we get to 60 million subscribers by 2024. And in 1 year, they got up above that to 73.7 million. So pretty huge there. Disney's revenue, though, overall with the whole company was down to 14.7 billion in Q4, and it was 19.1 billion in Q4 of 2019. So you can see pretty significant there, almost $5 billion difference. The adjusted loss is 20 cents per share. The estimate was for a loss, though, of 0.71 a share. So 71 cents a share. They were expecting to lose more than they actually ended up losing. They will not pay their January dividend payment. They suspended it. But then they said in the future they are going to continue doing the dividend. Shares were up on that kind of news there, and people really blown away with the Disney Plus subscriber count. Draftkings. So this is a company that does online sports betting. And they reported a loss of 57 cents a share. A lot of these companies reporting losses, but not as bad as was expected by analysts. So analysts had expected 61 cents a share loss here. I guess all of those ads with, Jamie Foxx and putting all these ads online on all these streaming platforms actually helped them out, because they made some major announcements here that revenue was above estimates with the resumption of major sports betting for the start of the NFL season. And they raised their current quarter guidance and projected 45% year-over-year revenue growth for 2021. So they gave out a lot of good projections here, and we'll have to see how that ends up playing out. Palantir Technologies. This one IPO just recently in October. We had it in one of our videos. Now, this company, the stock has gone up. It was about $10 a share for their IPO. It's around $14 or $15 right now. They raised their 2020 revenue forecast and indicated they signed an additional 15 new contracts during the third quarter. Their revenue also beat forecast. So as they earned, 9 cents per share compared to an estimate of 2 cents a share. So they beat earnings pretty well there. Unity Software, which it's basically a game engine for people to make video games. They announced their earnings. This is a company that's another one that recently went public. This one in September. They reported a loss of 97 cents a share on the estimates. The estimates are only 15 cents a share, so this is not good here. They lost a lot more than was expected. Revenue was better, but they're losing money when tons of people are playing video games during the pandemic. How is that happening, right? You would think that their stock would be up, their earnings would be up, as a lot of people focus on making video games and game content. So now they announced that they kind of want to expand outside of just video game development. They want to be involved in kind of industrial, automotive, and entertainment kind of software as well, so that they can expand their business model. They're not so reliant on just video games. So we're seeing some of the retail companies have a little bit of an uptick here, but you see this one like Revlon, which is, they sell makeup and they had a lot of trouble recently. They're struggling, and they're reported their third quarter in a row of quarterly losses, along with a 20% sales decline. Pretty significant right there. And it's kind of interesting because if you look at Revlon versus another makeup company like, say, Ulta, it's a retail outlet that they sell different makeup supplies. Ulta pretty much kind of, was around the same amount it was in the beginning of the year. It hasn't gone up or down much. But this company, the stocks got cut in half over the course of this year. So you can see the difference there between Revlon and Ulta. The two worst performing sectors of the S&P 500 so far this year were energy and financials, right? Well, this past week, the two best performing sectors were energy and financials. It completely flipped. So when that flipped like that, you're seeing how there's this giant fight right now to see who's going to be the winner, the recovery plays or the stay-at-home plays. Next up, we had another video game company, Tencent, announced that, wow, an 89% increase in profits from Tencent's the largest video game producer by revenue. So this is a company that, once again, just keeps expanding, keeps getting bigger. And this is something they earned $5.81 billion, right? Revenue was up 29% on this. I mean, their profit, their revenue, all this stuff was up. The profit was actually up 89%. Revenue was 29%. So just looking at kicking all the companies in the face there and taking control. Next up, we have Tesla. So Tesla actually came out with this, they every so often they come up with these silly ideas like, let's sell short shorts, Tesla short shorts, put them on their website, they sell out, and there's a craze about it, and they all sell out. Well, this time they announced they will be doing a tequila, a special edition tequila, and the actual manufacturer of this is going to be this Nostros tequila, and it's shaped in a bottle that's shaped like a lightning bolt. And so they put this on their website, priced it at $250, things sold out in a few hours. And the funny thing is, you can just get the Nostros tequila from the company itself. That's, it's aged a little bit less. I think it said 4 months less it's aged if you buy the actual company's one, but it's 82% discount if you just purchase theirs. So people are just so infatuated with this Tesla brand that they'll just buy anything that the guys make there, I guess. And this is something that you see items being flipped on eBay. So on eBay, there were auctions for this for $1,000. Remember, the original price is $250, and yet people were trying to flip it for $1,000 now. And this is something that Elon Musk always does as well, the CEO of Tesla. He's also done this with Boring Company, where they made a flamethrower. So you see this going on, and it just shows like the marketing behind these brands is so strong that they have these fanatics that will literally buy anything that the company can come up with, whether it's short shorts, tequila, or, in the case of Boring Company, a flamethrower. So I think I'll leave it at that because that's a pretty interesting concept there, because the company's not even selling their main products, but marketing other products, and it is able to sell those as well. Thanks everyone for watching. Tune in next week and I'll give you another business breakdown.